What's going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can organically grow your Instagram following. Now, I grew my Instagram following up to 7,700 followers, and I've been doing this over the past couple months or so. And these methods that I'm about to tell you are methods that I have put together based on trial and error. Now, I'm not someone who's got 50,000 followers. I don't even have 10,000 followers. Like I said, I've got 7,700 followers. But what I can do is I can teach you these methods, and I can definitely get you to boost your account all the way up to 5,000 followers. And if you're really good, up to 7,500 followers. Now, with that being said, I'm sure a lot of you are asking, why are you doing this type of video on your car YouTube channel? Well, the reason why I'm doing that is because on my Instagram page, it's a car page, and my YouTube channel is a car channel. So there's a correlation between the two, and sometimes my Instagram followers, they go check out my YouTube page, and they might be interested in seeing how did I grow my page so fast, how did I get so many followers, and so I decided I'd put this video together and share my secrets on how I was able to grow my page. So I'm gonna share these secrets with you now, but before I do that, can you guys do me one simple favor and hit that subscribe button for me? I'd really appreciate it. Hit the notifications bell. And now these methods that I'm gonna tell you, they've worked for me. They've worked for a couple other people. You can check out my buddy Joker392, his page right here. I taught him this method and he used it, and he was able to grow his page up to, about 6,000 followers or so. He's told a couple other people, and they've used this method as well to grow their page to 5,000 followers, right around there. So it definitely works, and it's just something that I've only told a couple people, and it's just something that I put together based on watching other people's YouTube videos on how to grow their Instagram page, and also on trial and error based on what worked for me. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this video started. Here is step one on how you can grow your page. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to determine what kind of page do you have, right? You got a niche page, so what is it about? Is it about a hobby that you like? Is it about dogs? Is it about fitness? Is it about cooking? Is it about cars? Whatever it is, make sure it's something that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, these methods won't work, because you have to make sure that you're passionate and enjoying what you do, because you want that to come through your content, because that's what's going to get people engaging with you. So for me, it was about cars, and at that point in time, I had a 2019 Dodge Charger. It was a Scat Pack. It was in B5 blue. It was a really awesome car. It was a really nice beefy muscle car, but also a family car. So fellas out there whose wives are like, you need a family car, go get yourself a Dodge Charger Scat Pack, because you're going to have 485 horsepower, but you're also going to have 4 doors, so it's considered a family car. Little fun fact right there for you. So anyways, once you've determined what your page is going to be, you're going to want to make your Instagram handle relevant to what your page is about. So my Instagram handle was 2019 Scat Pack Boy, and that's pretty obvious about what my page is, because 2019 Scat Pack Boy, it's pretty clear. It's either about a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger, and because my picture was of my car, you could obviously tell that it was about a Dodge Charger Scat Pack. So you're going to want to make sure that your name is relevant to your page. You want to make sure your picture obviously is relevant to your page. And then we want to put some specific items in the bio section. So when you go to edit your page, you can edit your name. So not your Instagram handle, but your name. So this is an important bit of information as well too, because not a lot of people realize that when people are searching, if there's a keyword in your name, that can pop up organically in a search as well. So currently, my name on Instagram is GTR_burnt rubber. That's my Instagram handle. So my name in the bio section says Jeff, and then there's a line, and then it says Nissan GTR. So if somebody types up Nissan GTR, I have a potential chance of popping up. It's also a good way for people to know what my page is about when they're scrolling content and they see me under a search. It's going to say, GTR_burnt rubber, and that's going to have my name, Jeff Nissan GTR. So it's a great tool for you guys to get more opportunity to show up in a search result. Now in the bio section, you're going to want to add this phrase, follow for follow. And I know all of you guys out there know what follow for follow means. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the reason why you want to do follow for follow is because it's going to let everybody know that you're following them and you want them to follow you back in return. But it's also going to let them know that if they follow you, you're going to follow them back. And this creates trust, this creates loyalty, and at the end of the day, it creates post engagement. So people are going to follow someone who follows them back, and as long as you have that phrase follow for follow, people are going to realize that that's what's going on, and you're going to get a lot of people following you who you follow back. So now the next thing you're going to want to add in your bio is you're going to want to add 15 likes in a row for a shout out. And the reason why we want to add this is because when somebody new comes to your page, you want them to engage immediately. And what's really cool is people like to get shouted out. So you're going to get 15 likes, they're going to get a shout out. So it's a win-win situation. Now the other thing too is when somebody likes 15 of your pictures, turn around and like 15 of their pictures because they're going to shout you out. So now they've got engagement, you've got engagement, you shouted them out, they shouted you out, it's organic, it's a win-win situation, so it works out, everybody wins. The next thing you're going to want to put in your bio is other things that are relevant. So I put 2019 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. I also put Audi SQ5 because that's the other car that I have and that I was featuring on that channel, on my Instagram page at that time. So make sure that your bio has those two phrases and then a little bit of information about what your niche is and what the content is that you're going to be posting. So now with that being said, I want to talk about a couple do's and don'ts before we go on to the next step. So one really important thing that you want to make sure you never do is do not buy Instagram followers, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up with 20,000 followers, and every time you make a post, you're going to have like 20 people like it. That's really not a good follower to engagement ratio. And the other thing too is if you've got 1,000 followers and all of a sudden you skyrocket to 10,000 followers overnight or over 2 days, people are going to realize this and they're going to know that you're buying followers and you're going to lose a lot of credibility. So don't be the guy out there who's got 20,000 followers, 18 likes on a post and no comments. People don't want to engage with someone who they can tell is trying to cheat the system. So, continue to, watch this video and learn these steps and implement these steps so that way you guys can organically grow your page. Like I said, you can get to 5,000 followers with these methods, and if you are really good, you can definitely get up to 7,500. So before we go on to step number 2, if you guys are liking this video, please take a second, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell. All right, so step number 2 is you're going to want to convert your page to a business page or a creator page. And the way that you do that is really simple. You go to settings, and then you're going to go to accounts, and then from accounts, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's going to say convert page to a business page or convert to a creator page. Now, the reason why we want to do this is because this is going to allow you to see the analytics of your posts. It really breaks things down for you, and it's going to let you see what posts are working well for you, what posts are not working well for you. It's going to give you the opportunity to see, hey, this post didn't work so well for me, so I'm not going to post content like this anymore. This post got 500 likes and 20 comments. I'm going to keep posting stuff like this. So convert your page into either a business page or a creator page so you can unlock additional analytics and statistics, and you'll be able to see what posts are working out better for you. All right, so this is going to bring us to step number 3, and this is really where the magic happens, and you don't want to cut any corners getting to step number 3, because this is where we're going to start getting followers to our page. And if your page isn't ready, you're not going to get the followers at the rate that you're expecting. So here's what you're going to do. Now that your page is ready, you're going to go into the search bar and you're going to type in something relevant to your page. For example, what I typed in when I had my Dodge Charger was I typed in Scat Pack, and the first account that popped up was an account that has a lot of content engagement. So go to their page. All right, so once you're on their page, there's 2 things that we're gonna do. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go to one of their pictures and make sure it has a lot of likes, make sure it's like 500 likes or more, okay? So click on the people that like it, and it'll bring up everyone who liked their photo. Now, some people will tell you, start adding all these people. do not do this because you don't know if these are real accounts, you don't know if they're fake accounts, you don't know anything about these people. So don't start adding random people. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna scroll through and make sure that these people who you're gonna follow have something in common with your page. For example, my page was about Dodge Chargers. So if they had a Charger or a Challenger or something Mopar related as their picture, then I would follow them. Or if their name was something, Mopar related, whether their name was Dodge or, Mopar or Charger or Challenger or 345 or 392 or RT or something related to my page and my car, I would follow them. And because we have something in common, the odds of them following me back are a lot greater, and this is how we get that organic conversion when we follow people. So do that on a couple of their pictures, and then the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to their followers. So click the followers. It's going to bring up every person that follows them and do the exact same thing there. Scroll through, don't add everybody, just add the people whose name or picture is relevant to your page. This is going to make sure that they're most likely going to follow you back in return. So that's a really key step. So please make sure that you follow that step to a T. Do not start adding random people. They will not follow you back, and you're going to end up following 5,000 people, and you're only going to have like 1,000 followers, and that's not a good ratio. So you want to make sure that you make sure you only follow people whose page is relevant to yours. Okay, so keep doing this over and over and over. Go to the search menu, type in something relevant to your page. So like I said, I did Scat Pack, but you can also do Dodge or Charger or whatever. Let's say you have a fitness page, type in fitness, or type in CrossFit, or type in 24-hour fitness, type in something relevant to your page. So when you're going and you're following all these people, you're going to want to make sure you don't follow too many people at once. So the rule of thumb is don't follow more than 1,000 people in a 24-hour period. And you also want to make sure that you spread that over a long period of time. So for example, if you were to like 1,000 people in 1 hour, your page is going to get flagged for spam. So I believe it's 150 or so per hour, but no more than 1,000 in a 24-hour period. Because what happens is your page will get flagged for spam, and if you keep doing it, you're going to end up in Instagram jail. I know I ended up in Instagram jail. The first time was for 3 days, and then the second time was for 7 days, and I think that's based on if you're a first-time offender or a repeat offender. So make sure you follow those rules. Don't add too many people, but also make sure you do it enough so that you're getting enough followers at the rate that you want. So, follow that really closely because, again, you don't want to get flagged for spam. All right, and so that's going to bring us to our last step, which is step number 4, content. Make sure you're posting good content. You want to make sure you post at least one picture a day. And the reason why you want to do that is because you don't want your page to go stale. You want to post enough content because the more stuff you post, the more people come to your page, the more people engage, and the more organic following you're going to get. Now, the other thing too is make sure your content is decent. If you're going to post a picture, make sure it's not blurry, make sure people can tell what's going on, and make sure it's relevant to what your page is about. Nobody wants to wonder what's going on in this picture, or why is this picture blurry? I can't even tell what's going on, because then you're not going to get any post engagement either. So nowadays, everyone has a pretty nice cell phone that can take really awesome pictures, whether you've got an iPhone or an Android, whatever the case may be. So what I recommend is, when you're going to take pictures of, let's say it's your car, park your car in front of something with a nice background, line up your shot, take a great shot, and don't just post it immediately. Edit it a little bit. Edit the picture. So, maybe make the picture look a little bit more dramatic, or maybe, make it really saturated, or maybe make it black and white, whatever the case may be. Make sure that it's fresh, make sure that it's not, the same stuff over and over and over, and just make sure that the content is good. Or the subject is good and relevant to your page. And then the other thing too is when you post a caption, make it a really good caption. Don't just say something that's like 1 or 2 words. Make something that's, meaningful and relevant to what you're posting. Because when you've got people who are interested in what your page is about, they're going to see your picture and they're going to see what your caption is, and that's going to get them to engage. The other thing too is What do people do when they're on Instagram? Scroll, 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 scroll. You want to make sure that what you're posting is good enough to make someone stop scrolling, hit the like or hit the heart button, and then, read what your caption is and engage with a question or a comment or something, so that way you guys are having organic engagement. So, with that being said, those are the steps that I took to grow my page. I've got about 7,700 followers. I'm trying to get up to 10,000. Once I get to 10,000, I'm probably going to do a giveaway. So, follow me and stay tuned for that. And, once again, I hope you guys found this video to be informative. And if you did, please take a moment right now, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, leave a comment below. In fact, leave me a comment below with your Instagram name. I'll follow you. Make sure you follow me back, and we'll continue to grow our social media together, and we'll do it organically. So again, I hope this video was informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night, guys.